Reporting live from Michi-no-Eki Narusawa. These are very cool. Let's go. If you are currently planning your next campervan trip around Japan, specifically around the Mount Fuji area, and wondering where you can park and sleep overnight, Michi-no-Eki will be your best bet. And if it's your first time hearing this term, Michi-no-Eki literally translates to roadside station. They provide 24/7 free parking, access to clean bathroom, and because they were created to revitalize local communities, they often have supermarkets selling local produce, snacks, and crafts. From the foothills of Fuji to the narrow streets of Kamakura, we stayed at 9 different roadside stations and will be breaking down every single one of them based on the following criteria. We have also included the timestamps for every one of them so it's easier for you to navigate through this list. So first up, we have Michi-no-Eki Hachiōji. And if you're picking up your campervan near Narita or in Tokyo City, it's likely that your first stop would be here. And in terms of parking availability and crowd,
so the time now is 8:56, so we just arrived at our Michi-no-Eki, and I think there are quite a bit of lots at this timing. And it got more full during the night as well. So if you are coming to Michi-no-Eki, don't come too late.
Something also worth noting is that it sits just beside the road, so it can get a little bit noisy, but honestly we slept fine. And if anything, it's the cold that woke us up. As for the toilets, it was well maintained, the sink and cubicles were really clean, and it's one of the rare Michi-no-Ekis that had warm running water from the taps. So actually there's some food stalls and I think a supermarket here as well, but it's a bit early so they can't open.
There's vending machine here. It's not that bad. Quite extensive, I would say.
Yeah, nice.
Prices are okay too, I think.
Yeah. Next up, we have Michi-no-Eki Katsuyama. And if you're visiting the Fuji 5 Lakes, then you would probably be parking overnight here. In fact, it is literally just beside Lake Kawaguchiko. So it's a smaller rest stop compared to Hachiōji, so less lots but also less cars in general. So there was still quite a bit of empty lots when we rolled in at about 9:30 PM. And because it's beside a smaller and less crowded road, it was definitely a lot quieter than Hachiōji as well. And toilets, again, spotless, clean, and no odour at all. But if there's one thing that I didn't like, it was how these toilet doors were closed even when empty. Not sure if it's a me thing, but it always makes me paranoid that someone's about to jump scare me. But thankfully all's good, everything went smoothly. And plenty of vending machines as well, there's even one selling ice cream. There's also a restaurant, but it only opens from 10:30 to 2:30, so no luck with that. The supermarket was open but mainly selling local produce and ingredients to cook with, so nothing much for us there. Next, we have Michi-no-Eki Fujiyoshida, which sits in between Lake Kawaguchiko and Lake Yamanakako.
So the time now is 4:25. We arrived at our Michi-no-Eki, so not too bad. Got a lot of lots as well.
And this was one of the rare times that we got to a Michi-no-Eki before sunset. And it's probably one of the most popular roadside stations in the Mount Fuji area for 2 main reasons. First, the free natural spring water station, and second, the Monbel Megastore. And despite it being a busy station, the toilets were still maintained really clean, well lit, and no fear of jump scares this time. The doors were all open when the cubicles were not in use. There's also plenty of vending machine options.
And real hot coffee machine, let's go!
Wow! Oh wow,
Let's
this
go.
is the... I think this is the most expensive display of vending machines that we've seen so far at all the stations.
Yeah, there's like 10 plus.
That's
machines
cool.
here.
Yeah. There's a food court but it closes early at 4 PM, and if you need some snacks, you can head on over to the supermarket. And this Michi-no-Eki is also good for you to clear all your trash. There's plenty of bins around for you. And there's also one more here outside. Just remember, I think with Japan, sorting your trash is quite important, so just make sure you do that. And we are at Michi-no-Eki Narusawa.
Yes.
I think it's quite a big Michi-no-Eki actually, quite a bit of lots. Yeah, there's quite a big section with vending machine also.
Yeah, it's 8 p.m. now and getting quite a bit of lots.
And it was also an amazing feeling being able to wake up to this view of Fuji, literally just beside the toilet, which again was spotless and clean. There's this room, this room with a vending machine inside. There's some snacks like some breads and stuff that you can buy. Otherwise, it's mostly just hot drinks or drinks in general. Yeah. And for Michi-no-Eki Asagiri Kogen, unlike the Fuji 5-leg areas where you can get from one Michi-no-Eki to another within 15 minutes or so, I believe it's the only one in that area. And instead, you'll find a lot more campgrounds here, with the famous ones being Koan Camping Ground and Fumotopara.
So as you can see, there's plenty of lots here. It's around 9 plus now. And I think this is one of the Michi-no-Eki with 2 sets of toilet.
And even though there were quite a bit of large trucks and trailer at this rest stop, it stayed relatively quiet and peaceful through the night. The toilets here were also pretty clean. There's a restaurant selling typical Japanese food like curry rice and tempura udon, but my favourite part of this rest stop was the food park located just behind the rest stop building. This is where 5 local Shizuoka producers have set up specialised boutiques for you to watch the production process and sample goods before buying. And we also happened to be here during peak strawberry season, so the strawberries from the supermarket were an absolute must-buy. So sweet. Okay, this was a confusing one for us, let us explain. So we wanted to grab dinner at Tendon Tenya. This was where we parked with the idea of shifting our car into the main parking area where we saw other camper vans as well as bigger trucks. So wow, the toilet here, it had to be the fanciest one of the whole trip. Incredibly spacious, very clean, and also warm water from the sink taps. So unfortunately, when we were shifting the car, we realized, right, actually the Michi-no-Eki just now, that portion of the Michi-no-Eki is accessed only through a toll road, which you need the ETC card, which we don't have. So we need to move to another spot. Yeah,
which is just right below.
Yeah.
But looks a bit more sketchy. But we just checked the toilet, but it's quite clean. So
there are also people staying here, so I think should be okay.
Yeah, so we will see how it goes and whether it's noisy.
Yeah. So last night wasn't too sketchy, and I think we managed to get good sleep. On to the next, we have Michi-no-Eki Fujiyoyama. And this was the last rest stop that we slept at before moving out of the Fuji area, primarily just to be close to the Gotemba premium outlets. I think this Michi-no-Eki feels a bit older. The toilets, okay, I mean it's still dry, but then you can kind of smell a little bit of a smell.
Sewage smell.
Yeah. So it's okay I think. In the morning there's also stalls.
Are quite limited.
Actually the parking lot is quite limited. So
just full now.
Yeah, just need to make sure you come early enough. And we are finally out of the Fuji area and headed towards Kamakura. So this is Michi-no-Eki Shonan Chigasaki.
So this is the main area. I think first thoughts quite impressive. Looks the nicest and the most spacious until now, I guess.
There's quite a bit of lots actually.
Yeah.
And the area is quite well lit, but we're not too sure whether it will get noisy.
Yeah. Quite a lot of people here, I think. Yeah. And maybe it's a Sunday, there's some motorcycle meet or something here. Yeah. Hopefully they will leave soon.
有点吵.
Yeah. We shall see. Let's go explore the toilet.
So the toilets were really similar to the Fujikawa Rakuza one. Clean, well lit, modern looking, and sits in the top 3 of toilets that we've been through this trip. And we're finally down to the last one, Michi-no-Eki Ichikawa. So this rest stop sits between Tokyo City and Narita. We drove here from Yokohama so that our last day of drive to return the campervan would not be as long and tiring. The toilets were pretty okay, clean, spacious, but the only thing was that there didn't seem to be mirrors in front of the sink, so getting ready in the morning was a little bit troublesome. While there were still lots when we arrived, it was generally quite full and we had to park a little bit further away from the toilets. Supermarket was well stocked with a good variety of hot food as well as snacks. Japan is incredibly welcoming to campervanning and car camping, but that welcome depends on respect. There are rules and etiquette that you should adhere to if you plan on staying at a Michi-no-Eki, such as staying only 1 to 2 nights, keeping noise level low, disposing of trash properly, and not setting up chairs and tents outside your vehicle. While it was our first campervanning trip, I think the logistics of it wasn't as bad as we thought it would be, and we hope we inspired you to take your own campervanning trip in Japan as well. If you have found it useful, do drop us a like and subscribe to follow us for more travel tips and content.